sure how to start this one. I'm tired but not sleepy. Happy Valentine's Day, I guess. I'm not editing. Ugh. Okay, I'm not editing this. Not that I know of. So, I guess the latest update right now is our car isn't working. Our van is overheating. So, I've been really tired this week. Just having to deal with finding a way to work, finding a way home. Can't take the bus really at all. I used to. I mean, I can, but it's the one that runs closest to my house is gone, and that's been since like October or so. So I'd have to take a lift to the bus station, and then it's hard to time it. So it's like, if I'm gonna order a Lyft, I might as well just pay a couple more bucks and have it take me to work, because it would only be like a $7 difference maybe. So I might as well sleep some more, or sleep, the amount I usually sleep. And sorry, just take it all the way home, or take it all the way to work. One of my coworkers has been helping me out by driving me home. She waits until I get off and takes me home, which has been awesome. But the mechanic sent a tow truck yesterday. I had another mechanic friend who I thought was gonna help me out, but he never replied to my emails, so I'm guessing he's super busy. So I guess I decided to use the mechanic that my job uses for their fleet. So I guess I find out what happens tomorrow. Maybe. But alas. I guess I'm sleepier than I thought. I don't know. I've just been in a weird mood all week. Very strange mood. Last week all I wanted to do was play guitar, but it seemed like it got away from me. And this week just doesn't seem to be in me. Sometimes I wonder if I'm manic depressive. And maybe I'm kind of down because I'm stressed. But I'm not entirely sure, I need to stop yawning. I think I'm gonna upload this just unedited, kind of raw. This pimple's driving me nuts, so I'm like, don't look at my face. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. I keep seeing open mics posted on this one page I'm a part of, and they're all super far away. And I guess if you had a reliable car, sorry, I'm scratching my arm. I guess if you had a reliable car, it wouldn't really be that far. I get home from work and I just kind of want to hear silence. That was a lot. I don't know. I love my job. I like it a lot. I feel tired all the time. Maybe it's what I'm eating. I'm not sure. I definitely feel like I'm in a better place emotionally than I was last year, because if I would have been in the same situation last year, I would have been freaking out. I would have been saying or thinking, I don't know how to word it, but I would have been a lot more anxious and just crying. But I don't know if I'm numb or what, but it just seems like stuff happens. So, I mean, what more can I do, It's just... My eyes, like, tearing up for no reason. I think it's because I'm yawning. What else was I thinking of? I don't know. I still miss my guitar, and I haven't played. I need to play. I need to practice. I need to do my things. All I want to do is... I don't know. I don't even know what I want to do. I really don't. Maybe I just kind of want to do videos. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on in the news and politics and stuff like that. It's kind of too much. It's too much to think about, too much to contemplate, and I know some people are like, well, it's a privilege for you not to worry about politics. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the people who actually suffer due to politics aren't worrying about it either, in my opinion. So they're usually just subjugated to trying to survive, and really that's the people who are impacted the most are just trying to survive. Really, they don't sit there on Facebook, talking about politics. They don't sit there on YouTube talking about politics. They don't sit there on Twitter talking about politics. They sit there and try to survive. That's just basically it. I personally think it's a privilege to sit there and even talk about politics. That's the real privilege. Not, I feel like if I even say what I really think, I would be attacked or crucified. But anyway, if you're homeless, you're not sitting there tweeting about politics. If you're, actually being persecuted, you're not sitting there tweeting or on Facebook talking about politics. Your life is stressful. You literally do not have the capacity, and I say stressful, and I mean actually stressful, like every living hour you have, every single breath goes to just trying to survive and keep yourself together emotionally, and saying that, you can't deal with politics. I don't think that's a privilege. I think that's just just like saying, I don't know what a good analogy would be. But if if you have asthma, you're not going to go to somewhere that causes you asthma attacks. So that's how I view it, and it's a big reason I stayed off of social media for a while, because all my friends are political. I mean, friends in quotes. All these people that post stuff online that I have on my Facebook and on my Twitter, they're all political people. So, I did not have the energy or the emotional capacity to see that, and it's starting to get there again, I think. I don't know, for a while it was just funny things, and I started, I don't know, lately I've been being online more, just trying to promote my music and the channel, and then I start seeing it all over my feed, and I know I could block people, etc., or, hide this type, but it's not what I want to do. That's really not, I think that's like shutting people out, really. So I don't know how to balance it, really. I mean, I feel guilty just worrying about feeding my family, and that's like the number one thing on my mind most of the day. So I see things that I literally cannot control. I don't have time to sit there and protest. I don't have the energy, or keep saying the same two words, capacity. I literally cannot. I only have so much I can give, and I feel like for the last year, I've barely even had that much. Like right now I can do my job without feeling overwhelmed. And I can, think about my music and try to get some videos out without feeling overwhelmed, but anything else I think is way too much. And I see people who are just angry all the time and upset, and I understand that the world isn't beautiful. The world's full of suffering, but I really don't think that, I don't know. I feel like posting about the opposite political sphere or whatever, posting about how awful they are or how awful your president is, etc., blah blah blah, like, what does it really do? Everyone already has their opinion. I really think the only way that you can really impact the world is the people you interact with, in flesh, or, actually have relationships with. And I think that's what people lose sight of with the internet, because everyone just wants to put themselves out there and put their opinion out there, and, the people who actually matter in your life, you don't talk to them, you don't actually pay attention to them. I've been suffering with depression, and I've had very, very dark days, and not one of these people call themselves my friends, who I've seen them posting about mental health and all this stuff. None of them check in on me. None of them ask me, hey, how are you doing? Like, hey, like, are you okay? Are you having suicidal? No one asks. And, if I've had one-on-one conversations randomly when I tell them I'm vulnerable and I talk about my mental health, and, they're not ignorant to it. So I just think it's, I don't want to say silly, but what does your post about the thing that's making you angry in the news, what does it really matter? If your supposed friend, is going through a hard time, you don't check in on them. And I know I have a lot that I haven't checked in on. So, I'm guilty of this too. But that's the main reason I stopped posting stuff like that about news. Because it's pointless. It's wasted energy. It's wasted time. It's wasted words. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't, I could, talk about it till my face is blue online, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, whatever. It doesn't do anything. But if I give my time and energy to a conversation for someone who's not doing too well or having a bad day, I think that's more impactful, at least for that one person, and it actually means something. Maybe it doesn't, change the world. Maybe it doesn't stop school shootings, but it at least helps this one person have a better life. And I really sincerely think that if more people actually cared about one another and looked after one another and stopped focusing on the internet and what we say on the internet, then this stuff when, I don't know, the world is disconnected when we should be the most connected. And it's disgusting. Like, we post statuses and everyone comments, but these people don't even hang out, like, they don't even, like, I could disappear for weeks and no one would even notice. And how many people have disappeared for weeks and no one's noticed, and then all of a sudden they show up on the news, hey, this guy killed himself. Oh, we fill our minds with garbage. We fill our time with garbage. We're not video games.